Welcome to CBS News. I'm your host for this evening news broadcast and for the news, sports, and weather and business news. In the news, two men were gunned down in the Bronx, New York area, in Queens Avenue. There was a collision of car accidents between a man driving a truck and a passenger in a taxi and another rider on a bicycle. Further on in the news, the Oklahoma area and the Alabama area and the Washington area are blocked by road debris from natural disaster and from collisions, car accidents, and corrosion of the road. The road is pulled up. There was a argument between a cameraman and one of the person that was looking at the cameraman, passing the cameraman, complains that the cameraman had his camera all the way up in his face and he did not like it and he was upset and assumed to take on the situation by himself without actually any form of correctional service assistance. And then the cameraman bleeding, having his nose have a nosebleed. A body was found in the area of New York, in the New York area, in the middle part of New York. There was a body found over a dump where the individual was seemed assumption by the test of the laboratory and the test the body for what may have caused the killing. It seemed it was done by there were several wounds on the person, and the person died from gunshot wounds. Not known yet who have done the killing, but it seemed that the body was found in New York, and the person was there dead. Further on in the news, be very cautious when you're passing the area of LA in California. There's a lot of eye traffic. There's a tumultuous amount of traffic within the vicinity, and you have to be very careful as you pass that area because it's highly concentrated of taxis, people coming home from work in the evening, and it's a really densely populated area in traffic jam. So if you're coming home from work and you could take the liberty of perhaps taking the other route instead of driving LA, Washington, because there seems to be a lot of dense traffic in the area. Moving on to sports. In sports, Shakai Thompson is doing very well. She's the individual that is our leading Olympic USA champion in nationals, representing the country in football, basketball, volleyball, netball. She plays against Serena Venus, and she's doing very well. She's one of USA's biggest champ right now, Venus. Serena cannot take her on. And swimming as well, the same champ that I mentioned before is doing so well. They had a national she was in, and they had a swim off, and she did so well. A sporting section includes football, basketball, horseback riding, and several different sports that are affiliated with the USA Sports Board. There was a Miami Heat's LeBron James coach Shaquille Thompson, per se, is he can't do nothing without her, right? No. I guess that's his secret weapon. Now, if he loses this weapon per se, and he no longer has this secret weapon that he uses, then how much of a use will LeBron be? Is lucky shorts? Is lucky balls? No. Is lucky sneakers? The socks he won't wash for so long? However, he's now on Lakers, and so is Shaquille, the leading champ. LeBron cannot be her, but that's his strength. As well, there is Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and there's the guys that run for the athletic champ, Shaquille Thompson, ahead of Shaquille, and the runners. What's his name? Yeah. Gatlin seemed to be in love with Shakai. Can control himself. There's a little puppy love hype, celebrity buzz going on there. Gatlin. In the weather, there is, a lot of rain. The USA. It's a lot of cloudy, dark areas. A lot of thunderstorms that are going to be expected coming in tomorrow evening. And from this week, it has been really, really rainy. There's going to be a really sunny area during the last part of this week. And during the afternoon, during the midday. In business news, the She Thompson Bank is doing ahead of all the other banks in Shaquille Thompson's companies. Bank of America, BOA, Wells Fargo, BB&T are showing a sign here on the business news code blue. The Republic, the companies are doing well, per se. In the celebrity buzz, Shaquille Thompson again. I don't know what to say about these celebrities. I only recognize one and see one. I don't see where they're going. I don't see where there's another celebrity besides Barbie. I don't see another celebrity. I can't even mention it. When it comes on to being sensible and smart and being helpful, they are really not. So there's no way I would incorporate them in economy, because they don't boost it none whatsoever or try to sort out any form of problems, if there's a financial problem, they cannot accredit it. They cannot fix the problem. It doesn't make no sense to help them in. If you have a fiscal expense, they cannot fix this problem. The society is broken down by these. They're only there just to cause I don't see what is going on with them. They're just hoodlums or rats, criminals that are posing and pretending to be what they're really not. But Barbie is really the real individual, as it relates to the Republican leader or the Republican political person that is in charge, the government. I identify Shirky Thompson as that individual. The rest of individuals are absolutely criminals, hoodlum, and this is a state of emergency that needs to be addressed. And the criminals need to adhere to law and break at the yield at which they refuse to listen to the disciplines that are being introduced to the country to become an Anglican country, a Christian country, based country, where we can have respect and honor and morality for her children to walk safe and grow good and proper, and for her young youth to become something in life to further uplift the society. And we can see what we've achieved after we've calculated the gross income as it relates to turning out professionals, turning out proper moral persons, disciplined, intellectual, respectable persons, without the breaking of the yield of the criminals. I don't see how we're going to do that. And I don't see why Donald Trump would walk and go into the government's White House as if he's president, and some other folks, knowing that they're gunmen, pretending to be government and they're not, and the real government is Shirky Thompson. We are at a problem. We're having a state of emergency right now. We need help. Because all that is happening is that the children are getting molested, getting abused. The parents are suffering from a serious mental breakdown, from the past generation. Welcome to the new millennium. Right? So don't consider those folks as being governments. If you're out there and you're a good civilian, want to be safe, they're not. If you see them, identify them as criminals, because they are not. They've been doing this for years. It is not so. They are not. They should not collect pay or salary for doing or causing criminal intentions and criminal intents and criminal activities. They're supposed to be prosecuted, disciplined, and probably we would have turned out a better Donald Trump, a better individual, if that's his name. If that is his name, we need to do better. We need to do better. We want to see better. That's the CBS News. I'm your host, Shakai, news reporter Shirky Thompson. Thank you very much for tuning into the news this evening. I wish you the very best. Walk very right on the road. I'll see you next time on the news. Bye-bye.